the beloved with these words from our liturgy that say, Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu, which is with such a great love you have loved us. And as we prepare for this exploration, I want to just be kind of creating this field of the great love, of opening up to the great love, to this force that is flowing and waiting for us to open to it. And we also open to it through each other and through the field that we create together. So Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu. 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 So welcome, beloveds, to our KZOOM. It's so good to see you, to see each other.
Yeah.
Invite you to take a look around the Zoom room at the faces and the names here to connect our hearts with each other, these beloveds. Kind of amazing that we've been doing this for 15 months or so.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe 16 months, something. We had no idea what was coming. And
What a time it's been.
yeah, what a time it's been. And we get to be together across continents, across dimensions. So the KZOOM is entitled this, the implications of taking God on as our lover, of being in relationship to God as lover. And in the Song of Songs, and also on Shabbat, that is the name of God that is is Dodi, my beloved, becomes the name of God. And in one of my classes, I think it was Lena who pointed out that the word Dodi is a kind of a mirror of the Yud He Vav He, the four-letter name of God, but instead of the He's, it's Daled, and a Daled represents the doorway, and so it is God transformed into a doorway, and I thought that's like was kind of an amazing insight into this name of God, Dodi. And this, I was looking at this book by Jean Houston, which I'll come back to again, called The Search for the Beloved. And she says, the search for the beloved is the lure of human becoming. The search for the beloved is the lure of human becoming. We are called into our identity as lovers, which is the highest place we can be, through this relationship and through the search for the beloved. And there is something about that I've learned from the Song of Songs that brings me into a very embodied sense of love, that it's not the sort of like up here kind of sense. It's like, oh, it's an embodied living love that is in each moment opening me, calling me into my potential. And the Song of Songs, calls out, that the daughters of Jerusalem call out and say, where is your lover? Where is that beloved? Where's he gone? And suddenly we have this realization that even though it seems like he's gone far away, no, he's right here. He's right here. She is right here. And the text says, my love has gone down to his garden. That's me. I am his garden. To the bed of spices, to graze and gather lilies. And she says, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. We interbe with one another. He pastures among the lilies. And this is really a sense of, what it means to take God as our lover. And I'm convinced that when we do this, when we take God as our lover, every relationship in our life will benefit from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it, no matter what that relationship is, it's like when we find the beloved of our soul, it's an internal kind of wholeness making inside us, which then makes us available for every other relationship in our life. And so this chant that says, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine, and, I say that God, as this world, holds me in her loving embrace. I belong to the whole. I am an integral aspect to everything that is. I belong. And the wondrous mystery I call God is central to all I see, all I do, all I know, all I am. And I am with this chant. I am raising up an awareness, and I attune myself to this vibration with the truth that I am being totally accepted and totally beloved. I become the beloved, and I am flowing with that divine flow. So I just want to say, one more thing about that, this inspiration of taking God as lover. I read this book by Jalaja, I think that's how you say her name, Bonheim, called The Hunger for Ecstasy. And she says, here are the implications of taking God as lover. So she says, when we speak of making love with God, we are using a metaphor for an experience that transcends language. And I want to just say that every time we talk about God, we are using a metaphor. Every time. And she says a metaphor might seem an insignificant thing, a mere figure of speech, yet metaphors deeply influence how we think and act. You can expect profound shifts to occur in your life and in your spirituality when you begin to relate to God as lover. And here I would like to mention the 5 most important ones. Okay, the 5. They are: 1, you commit to fully inhabiting your body. 2, you welcome pleasure as a blessing. 3, you become God's partner. 4, you become pregnant with divine light. And 5, you commit to communicating with Spirit for better or for worse. So that's where we're going with this practice. Ani v'dodi li. And so as we do it, we sort of feel ourselves stepping on to this path of love, and sort of speaking to God as the world, as your life, as your own experience that you want to mate with, become part of. All right. Oops. Let me just see. There was some muting that I needed to do. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
Ani le dodi
Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. Just with your hand, just send into your heart this kind of message of, oh, I belong to the cosmos. I belong to the mystery. I'm integral to this, all of this creation. So again, from Jean Houston, the search for the beloved is the lure of human becoming. As you allow the beloved to grow within you, you will discover a steadfastness to the spiritual journey that comes your way in the most remarkable fashion. It will seem that you have been clearly put on a journey of transformation that provides for a deep maturation of the psyche and access to the potentials of your own being. So that's what it means to step on to the path of love. That you're in for a ride, and that ride has to do with a journey of transformation and this access to this potential. You are being lured into your fullness, into your potential. And one of the ways that we talk about love on a Jewish path is through the word of devekut, which is cleaving, connection. And I always like to quote Yitz Buxbaum, may his memory be a blessing, who starts his book, Jewish Spiritual Practice, with really a paragraph that's about devekut, because he says this is really the goal of all Jewish spiritual practice, is devekut. And he defines it as God consciousness imbued with love. God consciousness imbued with love. And I like to really keep an awareness of that, to say that's what is drawing us. That's kind of how the beloved calls us into connection through this love. So the word Davkah that we're gonna chant, Davkah nafshi, it has in it two different kind of directions to get to the place of devekut. And the first direction says, my soul goes after, it goes after you. It searches after you. It sort of like flies out into the expanse to find you, God. It looks up into the stars. It journeys forth to be able to find the mystery. And so when we say that we sing Davkah nafshi acharecha, Davkah nafshi acharecha. So it's like, so my soul is journeying after you. I mean, it's interesting that the word acharecha also has in it the word of what's the past. So maybe we're even searching through our own past for the meaning and for the clues that will connect us to God. Davkah, so it's a search. It's like a going forth. And then the second way we approach this place of dveikut is that we say that your strong hand is supporting me, which means I will lean back into your embrace. Mm-hmm. You are already there embracing me, and I will kind of like lean back into that embrace, allow myself to be held, to be supported, to be blessed. And it has a different feeling than the first part, of like going out there and then saying, no, it's right here. Oh, all I have to do is just relax and allow myself to feel that this holding, this basic trust. But Batya, I'm looking at you and saying this basic trust that I am held, that I am safe. I'm looking at everybody, but we just happen to have a conversation about that. So, and that part says, "Bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha." So we are really with this chant, this practice, we're embodying a kind of a paradox of that is kind of implicit in the practice of dveikut, that we're, that it's something we expand, we reach for, and it's also something that we just lean back and allow to happen, and they're both true. So that's why it's around, and we end up, Rachmel and I, singing both of them. And you can stay with one if that's the one that speaks to you. But the whole, we'll sing the whole melody all the way through, and sort of, see if we can get some kind of movement inside us that reaches and also settles into that place of dveikut, God consciousness imbued with love. Davkah nafshi acharecha, Davkah nafshi acharecha, Davkah nafshi acharecha, Davkah nafshi acharecha, bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha, bi tamchah yeminecha.
tamchah yaminecha bi tamchah yaminecha bi tamchah yaminecha Davkah nafshi acharecha Davkah nafshi acharecha Davkah nafshi acharecha Davkah nafshi acharecha
So I invite you to just to close your eyes and feel in your body these two different kind of directions or feelings that converge. Feeling first and breathing into that sense of expansion, of reaching out for the beloved, stretching yourself into this wide, wide place of searching and yearning and going after and commitment to that journey. Feel that movement inside and embody it. You might even find a movement that represents that feeling inside. And we'll turn now inside our bodies to the other pathway to Dvikut, which is one of settling in, sinking down, feeling supported, feeling held, relaxing, resting into that sense of support. And you might even find a movement that represents that feeling inside, that pathway to Dvikut. And what I like to do is even to sense both feelings at once in my body, both the expansion expansion and the settling. And you can open your eyes, maybe look around the Zoom room at your beloveds here who are on this journey. And there's something that happens in that, and on the spiritual path, on this kind of in this bhakti Judaism, this devotional path of love, where we kind of feel that inner being and we direct it. We address ourselves to the beloved, and even when it's something that we can't reach and we can't feel, we just say, you. And to me, that's like the most important word in my spiritual life is you. I think last week I said it was this, but now I'm saying it's you. And there is this beautiful poem that's called a doodle. It's and now I can't remember who wrote it. Vivi, you probably know who wrote the doodle poem. Do you? No? Doodle. So one of my students translated it for me. Doodle. Doodle means like you. It's like a you song, right? And she translated it. It says, Master of the universe, I will sing a song to you, a doodle. I will sing you a doodle. Do means you. Where shall I seek you, Master of the universe, and where shall I not seek you, Master of the universe? Where can I find you, Master of the universe, Ribono shel Olam? And where can I not find you, Master of the universe? You above, you below, east, you, west, you, south, you, north, you. So good you are, for fen not you. Doodle. When things are good, it's you. If they're not good, God forbid, it's also you. And since it's you, of course it's good. So that's the doodle. It's written in Yiddish, and I'm forgetting who wrote it, but that sense of you is, and I was just reminded of Psalm 74 that says, "Yours is the day, and yours is the night," and it's like wherever I look, there you are. Right, and I think it was Psalm 139 also says that I can go down to the deepest, darkest place, and there you are. I find you everywhere. And so this is a practice that I called yours, and it's my doodle, really, and it has a chant in Hebrew and a chant in English. And when I do this in person, I always like to turn it into a kind of a zikr kind of dance of bowing to you every time I say yours. And there's a sense that in every moment I'm giving my life to you. It's like laying it on the line, just like here, yours. I'm yours, right? So you can find your dance if you want to, and we'll enter into that kind of surrender place. It's here it is. Lecha yom, lecha laila, lecha
Aflecha
is the dark, and yours is the light. I am yours, and you are mine. Wherever I look, it is you that I find. So if you just close your eyes and focus on the breath, see if we can just breathe in that message that, that God is saying, you're mine. And we're saying, with out breath, I'm yours. And on the in-breath, we hear, you're mine, and take that in, that sense of belonging to the cosmos. And on the out-breath, I am yours, surrendering to that lure into our becoming. Just take a couple moments just to breathe that sentiment, breathe that love, breathing it in, giving it out. So in this last week, as I'm preparing for this KZOOM and really sort of staying with this idea of the beloved, I was visited by a spirit. His name is Rabia, and she lived in the 8th century in Persia, and she's kind of she's kind of an archetype of the life of devotion. And I was really feeling Rabia's spirit with me, and feeling kind of a longing to be her, to find that spirit inside me. Because the truth is, I get so distracted. But there was something in this archetype of Rabia as the undistracted lover, that she was so focused on the beloved in every moment of her life. And there's all kinds of stories about Rabia, of how, she had a hard life. It looked like really hard on the outside. She was sold into slavery when she was very young, and then the story goes that one night the master, her owner, saw that she was praying, and a light was coming out from her. This great light was coming out from her in her prayers, and the next day he freed her, and she went out into the wilderness and spent her life really in prayer, in devotion, in bliss, really, with a sense of the beloved. And people would come to her for their inspiration. And so anyway, I was feeling Rabia so much this week, as a kind of a guide. And I wanted to just read just a couple of poems. I don't know if she actually wrote these poems, but they were attributed to her, and they're written in Persian, Farsi. My joy, my hunger, my shelter, my friend, my food for the journey, my journey's end. You are my breath, my hope, my companion, my craving, my abundant wealth. Without you, my life, my love, I would never have wandered across these endless countries. You have poured out so much grace for me, done me so many favors, given me so many gifts. I look everywhere for your love. Then suddenly I am filled with it. Oh, captain of my heart, radiant eye of yearning in my breast, I will never be free from you as long as I live. Be satisfied with me, love, and I am satisfied. And then another one says, oh my Lord, if I worship you from fear of hell, burn me in hell. If I worship you from hope of paradise, bar me from its gates. But if I worship you for yourself alone, grant me then the beauty of your face. So she is all love, all clarity, all power. There's a love, there's a clarity, there's a power in her. In that archetype of the one who has devoted her entire self, and and it's not like we compare ourselves to her. We just get inspired by that spirit, and a sense of the inner world being so rich, that whatever happens on the outside is so minuscule compared to that richness, that immensity within, that great love. And I think it's a kind of way of not being overwhelmed by the details of our lives, because compared to that great love that fills us, those things become so small. And the idea of finding the beloved is to be filled up so that everything that we do is then kind of the overflow, and that we are inspired to act in that love in the world. So I wanted to do this, just the all love chant, to step into that place of the beauty of God's face. Kulam,
Ahuvim, Kulam, Giborim, Kulam, Giborim, all love, all clarity, all power, all love, all clarity, all power, all love, all clarity, all power. Kulam, Ahuvim, Kulam, Giborim, Kulam, Giborim. clarity, all power, all love, all clarity, all power, all love, all clarity, all power. Kulam, Ahuvim, Kulam, Berurim, Kulam, Giborim, all love, all clarity, all power.
So the search for the beloved brings us to the place of knowing ourselves as beloved. And that feels good. And I'm looking at the different Davids that are here. David, it means beloved. There's David Rasky. Where was
David Bloomstein?
David Bloomstein. Where are you? Oh,
There
there you are.
you are.
There's another beloved.
Another beloved.
Another beloved. Might be some other beloveds here, but all of us are beloved. We can look around the Zoom room and see all of these beloveds, and Ziva Lab, who's a beloved.
Oh, yes.
And so I want to say how we are grateful for your contributions. We're living from. If you can,
you're our congregation.
This congregation to pay your congregational dues, to send a little something through our website to support us as we go. We'll keep doing this as long as you want to do it. It's pretty wonderful to be able to see you. And this weekend we'll be doing a retreat, and I see some people who are going to be on that retreat with us on Zoom.
Yay.
And
20 people.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that journey. And in July there's going to be an in-person retreat, I hope. And if anybody wants to come, this is going to be in Minnesota,
North of Minneapolis.
Was it on Prairie Home?
You're on your own.
Prairie Home Companion, Lake Wobegon. It's going to be in Lake Wobegon,
North of Minneapolis.
In North of Minneapolis.
That's where it is.
So, Julie's going to be there, But
Yay.
anybody else, maybe Ellen, maybe.
Ooh.
We'll see. So anyway, and Dorit, yes,
Ooh.
good. So that I'm really looking forward to. Imagine chanting in person.
Wow.
What an amazing thing, right? So go to my website to look for how to sign up for those things, and we are going to.